Hey YouTube, it's Kristin. You're watching Chatterbox Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me for a video today. Hope everyone is doing well. It is Friday, August 5th, 2022. It's 10:04 p.m. here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am here to do my check-in for the fourth week of July, which will go from the 22nd till the 31st. We'll be doing that in the YNAB app. That's You Need a Budget. I apologize in advance if my dog barks. He's on high alert tonight, so there's a chance he could. Our next door neighbors have a little dog who they have a little what do you call it? Anyway, they bark at each other all the time. So anyway, even through the door. Okay, so on the 22nd, we have Walmart grocery, $110.80. That was on my Capital and MasterCard, and that was for a split transaction. Food was $68.88. Household was $28.94. Personal stuff was $4.42. And pet stuff was $8.56. And then we have a separate transaction for Walmart grocery for $4.83 for household on my Capital and MasterCard. I just added something else to that order. On the 23rd, we have Amazon.com, $42.51 for clothes. Netflix, $19.99 for my monthly fee category, and both of those are on my Chase Prime Visa. Walmart grocery, $15 for gas on my Capital and MasterCard. That's the delivery tip the day before. And then on the 24th, we have a transfer to my Capital and MasterCard of $319.59. That was from my main checking account. Transfer my Discover card, $98.58, also from my main checking account. And then to my Chase Prime Visa, $21.43 from my main checking account. That was just the credit card payments. Then on the 25th, we've got State Farm, $67.11 for auto insurance for my main checking account. I used to split out my auto insurance and my home insurance, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Home insurance is like $7.11 or something, and then the auto insurance is the rest, but I'm not going to separate them out anymore. I'm just trying to simplify things a little bit if I can, where I can. Okay, and then on the 26th, we've got Amazon.com, $52.55 from shopping. That was on my Chase Prime Visa. That was something for my son that he needed. Transfer to my Chase Prime Visa, $19.99. That was a payment on my credit card. And then, that first one was on my Chase Prime Visa. And then Audible, $16.03 for monthly fees. That's on my Chase Prime Visa. Then on the 27th, we've got Google One, $3.21 for monthly fees. That was on the Visa, Prime Visa. And then on the 28th, we have a transfer to my Prime Visa, $111.09 for my main checking account. I'm sure you couldn't see that one coming. And then $50 to my son for my contingency fund on my Venmo Cash App. Vasa Fitness, $16.09 for monthly fees on my Prime Visa. I used to have that separated out as a part of my a health category. I have now combined it with monthly fees. I'm just trying to minimize how many categories I have now that I've been doing this for I've been budgeting like this since I guess December or last October or something. So now that I have a better idea of how things are going, I want to be able to just kind of combine the categories a little bit where I can. So anyway, transfer to my Capital and MasterCard, $15. That was from my main checking account, credit card payment. And then Prime BritBox is $7.50 for monthly fees on my Prime Visa. And then there was a deposit for $1,360.41. That went to my ready to assign category on my main checking account. That was my paycheck. On the 29th, my son, $25 contingency fund on my Venmo Cash App. Transferred to my Prime Visa, $7.50. And that was a credit card payment from my main checking account. Prime PBS Masterpiece, $6.42 for monthly fees on my Prime Visa. Transfer my Capital and MasterCard for $4.83 from my Capital One 360 checking account. That was a payment on my credit card. And then there were two contributions to my health savings account. Each of them were for $57.69. One was my employer and one was from me. On the 30th, we have a transaction for Walmart grocery for $92.37. That was a split transaction. Food was $78.69. Personal stuff was $3.08. And pet stuff was $10.60. And then, let's see. The 31st, we've got Walmart grocery, $15 for gas. That's on my Capital and MasterCard. I typically only do, gas is usually $7 or $10 depending on the total of the transaction. But when they have to carry like bottles or stuff like that up the stairs for me, I end up giving them more. And so I did order a case of water and I think a couple of bottles of water. I can't remember. So anyway, I just like to give them more because those stairs, after almost 20 years of living on the second floor and having to carry groceries up the stairs, But yeah, I definitely appreciate the people who do that for me, because that was something I used to dread. So, okay, then my son, $10, contingency fund, Venmo, Cash App, health equity. There's a penny of inflow that went to the ready to assign category. That was on my health equity HSA. I probably should just assign that to my like my HSA fund. I don't know why I didn't just do that, but oh well. Capital One, 1%, ready to assign. That was on my 360 checking account. That was interest. Capital One, 7 cents from my 360 savings account. That was interest. And then Cypress Credit Union, 10 cents for my interest on my main checking account. So that's everything for July. And then we're going to go back to the budget. We'll go back to July's budget and just go over how the month ended up. So ignore the ready to assign at the top, because that's just what's left over from this last paycheck. I have to figure out where I'm going to put it, and we'll be doing that later on. So as far as the budget for July goes, for fixed expenses, there was $1,795.91 assigned. There was nothing left at the end of the month. We spent $160.71 for my loan payments. Rent was $1,289.43. Electricity was $46. Natural gas was $31. Cell phone was $63. Internet was $98.58. My auto insurance was $67.11. And then monthly fees was $132.30. Annual fees, I don't know why it says minus $92.22, but I'm not too worried about it. I did pay for something, I can't remember. Maybe I transferred over. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And then on my flexible expenses, which are my scheduled expenses, there was $527.28 assigned. So for food, I ended up spending $293.37, which was over budget by, I think it was $13.37. I think I budgeted it was $33.37, because I budgeted $33 or $260, I think. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Gas, we spent $67. Household, we spent $49.30. Miscellaneous, we didn't assign anything. I ended up transferring it over to my other categories to cover those. Personal stuff ended up being positive $50.38, and I'm not sure why. I didn't look at this before I started doing this, so I apologize for not being more prepared on this part, but I just need to get these done so I can get started with August's videos. Pet stuff, we spent $167.99. So there's nothing left in flexible expenses, but that's because I used the flexible expenses to cover where I went over. So I went over on food, gas, and I think pet stuff. I went over on pet stuff, so I think it was $160 was the budget. Frequent expenses, which I used to call them irregular expenses. I'm changing the name on some of these just to see if I like it better. So there were some credits. I messed this up a little bit. I've got to go back and fix it. So anyway, I took $30 out of my auto care category. I took $31.44 out of my entertainment category. I took $79.43 out of my gifts category. Personal care, we didn't assign anything, but there was $170 left at the end of the month, and that's because I had a hair appointment this month, so I already had to pay for that. Pet care, we took $70.50 out. And then shopping, we spent $52.55. And then travel is $30. So basically, I wiped out all of my frequent expenses, which they're basically my freedom funds, which are basically my sinking funds. I wiped them all out to be able to cover with the overspending for my shopping category, which is down here. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why they're negative. Okay, so for shopping, I spent $1,655.30 total in shopping. For clothes, I spent $428.45. That was for that was for all for shoes. I did buy like 7 pairs of shoes, one of which are going back. But I replaced pretty much all of my shoes. My regular use shoes. Some of my dressier shoes, those I'm not replacing right now. But I replaced my snow boots. Anyway, electronics, $464.29. I purchased the Blink indoor camera system for my apartment, and I got a really good deal on it. But I did still spend quite a bit on it. I also I bought like the flash USB drive, or whatever you call them, drives. And then I got I got a lot of stuff for that. So it was an investment, and And then for hobbies, I didn't spend any money. So I'm not playing right now, sweetheart. I'll play in a minute. Home, I spent $762.56, so I bought rugs, brand new fans for 3 rooms, and what else did we get? I redid my bathroom, like the decorations and, you know, the linens in my bathroom. I think that's mostly it. I did get some more hangers, but the rugs were the biggest part. Well, the rugs and the fans. The fans were each $60, and I bought 2, 3, 4. I think I got 7. I can't remember. Anyway, it's all, if you watch my other videos, I talk about it there. But anyway, these were all things that I invested in my apartment, trying to make my apartment more comfortable, and actually my my shoes were to make myself more comfortable, because to me, taking care of my feet, taking care of myself, you know, making my apartment more comfortable, making my whole life more comfortable where I can, is part of self-care. I drive a car that is paid off, but the air conditioning hasn't worked in years, and so because of that, I tend to like to keep my house a little bit cooler, just because when I come home from driving my car, it's just yeah, it's nice to come into a cool apartment. But also, I'm getting to that age where being extra warm is going to be a problem. Anyway, the fans are nice. They help me keep my power bill down, and so, but I also got fans that are quieter, and I can control them from an app. Since I work from home, that was important, because I want to be able to control it while if I'm in a meeting and the fan's making too much noise or something's happening. I want to be able to I don't want to have to get up to do anything with it. Same thing with the camera system. I got the set cameras so that I could keep track of my, check and see what's going on in my apartment with my pets and stuff while I'm working without getting up from my desk. Also check out the door, but also just for safety reasons, just for security purposes. One thing that's interesting about the camera system is it's actually allowed me to get myself back to the gym. Seeing myself on camera as much as I have been, especially the doorbell camera, because I see myself walking up the stairs, and it's just not the most flattering view. That's actually motivated me to go to the gym, which is kind of funny. That and then getting new gym shoes has really helped a lot. Anyway, sorry, that was a lot of rambling. So I spent $1,655.30 on shopping, and that was pretty much a once a year type of a thing. I don't have to buy clothes like that very often, so usually I spent maybe $200 once a year or something, but those shoes should hopefully last for a long time. I do have to figure out something with my gym shoes. I love my gym shoes, they're very comfortable, but I got a blister on the back of my heel, and then I wore different shoes that made it worse, and so now I can't wear those gym shoes for a couple days. But I'm rambling now, I'm so sorry, you guys. I took a Benadryl because like I said, I was cleaning my office and the dust was bothering me, so I can feel it kicking in. Anyway, yeah, so that's why those are all negative, is because I did use my, I took money out of my different funds, but I probably just need to go back and fix these, because I didn't mean for them to look like that. It's not supposed to be looking like that. Anyway, but the shopping categories, I wanted to be able to separate them out so I could see how much I spent on each category. Because obviously, if I spent $1,655 in just as shopping, that wouldn't help me really know what I'm spending it on. So for clothes, that was, like I said, it was an investment. I had been purchasing inexpensive shoes over the last couple of years, but they hurt my feet, and so I was trying to get something that would be more comfortable, but stuff that I like, and it worked. I got stuff I love. I absolutely love my shoes that I bought. Yeah, anyway, I don't know, I'm rambling about shoes. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to fix those later, but I will be back to do my, I need to do a budget for August. So I did switch over from budgeting monthly to doing like a by paycheck budget. The only problem is I had more than just my paycheck available to budget. So my last paycheck, which was the last Friday of July, I was able to use that to cover the first 2 weeks of expenses for my bills, my rent, and stuff like that. But also, I think I covered all of my my flexible expenses for the month, so I have enough for my food and stuff. So it's not quite a whole paycheck. I mean, it's not just a paycheck; it's more than that. But going forward, I should be able to do every paycheck. And so I did that because with my rent going up to $16, I'm just budgeting $1,700 for rent. That includes the utilities I pay my apartment complex. I need to split that up a little bit differently. And so because I want to be able to budget more for food each paycheck, instead of doing it once a month and then just having that cover the whole month, I'm going to do it 2 weeks and then just try to make that stretch out the 2 weeks. So I still only, there's some things I buy once a month. Like I don't get my protein shakes every 2 weeks. I buy those once a month. But I may have to switch to every 2 weeks because it's gonna be like it for a little while. It might be better to just spend less every 2 weeks. So spend less more frequently instead of spending more less frequently, if that makes any sense. So I switched over last year when I started working overtime for work, and that'll start again here in October. So I only have like a month or two, and then I have to get back into that. But I don't know that I'll do the stocking up like I did last year, because I still have a ton of stuff left over from last time, like the fabric softener and a lot of the personal care items. I still have a ton of stuff left, and so I really don't know that I need to stock up on things like I did. Pet supplies and stuff I probably could do every 3 months, regardless of how busy work is, and just buy them. But anyway, I am officially rambling, so I appreciate you guys being here. I apologize that these videos apparently are a lot more boring than I thought they were. They're not getting very many views or very many comments, which is fine. I don't mind. I'm not investing a lot of time or energy into doing this. Honestly, I almost just stopped doing them, but I thought, well, I'll just, for a little while longer. I may get my enthusiasm back for it here pretty soon. I was thinking I might start doing my prop money again. I stopped doing the stuffing just because I didn't have a way of recording them. So, because I'm doing this on my tablet, but I'm using the screen recorder and not like holding it up, Anyway, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your support, and thanks for letting me share my spending for today. It was definitely the most I've spent all year long, but hopefully that got the shopping bug out of my system. I really think it did, because I haven't done the same kind of shopping the last week. And I'm gonna take back some of the rugs, because I bought too many. I thought I wanted one I wanted to put the rugs all over my entire bedroom, but after having just 2 down, I realized that putting the other 3 down would make the room look a little smaller, and it wouldn't look as good as it does right now. So I'm going to take those back, because I did not open them or do anything with them yet. And then the last pair of boots I bought were not the style I thought they were. And so I'll be taking those back too. So yeah, but that's not going to be that much, and it's not going to change how much I spent in July. It'll just change how much I have available in my accounts for August. All right, you guys, thank you again for being here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, it's definitely bedtime. We've been awake since 4. Bye.